Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 4 of the Die Hard League Challenge that happened on July 20th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really, happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. More info in the description, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at Die Hard Games, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Oh, we actually have a pre-release happening this Saturday, 1 o'clock. Please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into the game. Alright, we got round 4, the final round here. Lost Zone box. I believe this person said it. This deck's name was LZB versus Lost Giratina. Starting things off with the nest ball, the most beautiful nest ball, allows the player to search their deck for a basic Pokemon and put it into the bench. Put it onto the bench, and no, you cannot play nest ball if your bench is full. Rulings and fun professor facts here in the professor's lab today. You'll typically see this from good players with their first deck search. They will take a good look through their deck a little bit longer during this first search to see what resources are available, what things might be prized. Nestball finds a Dragonite V, and that Forest Seal Stone goes right onto that Dragonite V. Another shiny nest ball is played, finding a Radiant Greninja to put onto the bench. As you noticed, this player here on the left is taking notes on their little notepad too, so that's something that is still allowed in the Pokemon trading card game. Looks like Concealed Cards is being used from that Greninja, discarding energy and drawing 2 cards. Comfey is found and put on the bench. Now we just need a switch card or a manual attachment, manual retreat. There we go. Escape rope to bring that Comfey active. Flower selecting on Comfey allows the player to look at the top 2 cards, keep one of them, and put the other in the Lost Zone. These Lost Zone players have lots of decisions to make, lots of paths and forks to walk down and walk through in order to get their game going. This one looks like a pretty interesting choice here. Echoing Horn is gotten rid of to keep, I believe, that Battle VIP Pass. Battle VIP Pass lets you look through your deck, find 2 Pokemon, but you can only play it on your first turn. So good find there with the Comfey. I guess I can understand the debate with not wanting to get rid of the Echoing Horn. But a switch card is played to switch into that second Comfey on the bench. Second Flower selecting is activated. Lost Zoning the Cramorant and keeping another card. Looks like we're debating a manual attachment to a retreat. Manaphy was also found with that Battle VIP pass. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. Psychic Energy attached to the bench Comfey for a pivot for next turn, just in case this active Comfey gets knocked out, and passing things over to the Giratina player. Giratina player immediately plays Battle VIP pass of their own, allowing them to search their deck for any 2 Pokemon. We're going to want Comfeys for sure, so we could start flower selecting, putting cards in the Lost Zone and adding cards to our hand. Maybe the Radiant Greninja. I think that's why the Lost player on the left played that Manaphy, just in case there was any Greninja attacks gonna go on. I believe this Lost Giratina deck plays Greninja and Water Energy to be able to attack with that Greninja. But similar to their opponent, our Giratina player is going to take a good look through their deck, see what resources are available, what things may be prized, and start to formulate a long-term game plan here on this first turn in the final round of this league challenge. The winner of this match takes the whole challenge down and is the champ, I believe. So you got to make sure that you are on top of your game and know what's going on in your deck and in the prizes Two Comfeys are found off of that first Battle VIP pass, and a second one is immediately slammed down. Second Battle VIP pass. So here, something like a Radiant Greninja or Cramorant could be found. I'm not sure what else you would need. Maybe a second Giratina. Yes, that's probably very important, actually, a second Giratina, just in case this Dragonite V starts swinging the next turn for 250. That can KO your Giratina V. So I am a betting man, but I would not bet on a bet like that, seeing my only main attacker go down. But it looks like actually Cramorant and Manaphy are found. Maybe there's another way to find Giratina V in the hand, or maybe there's another one already in hand. Either way, the player is going to choose Cramorant and Manaphy off of that second Battle VIP pass. Very good to see the Manaphy hit the bench to protect that bench from any Radiant Greninja 90-90 snipe attacks. Now, debating on what to do here. Like I said, I'd love to see a second Giratina V come down, just in case the lone one gets, or one of them, let's say, gets KO'd. You'll have a backup one you can evolve up into the V-Star the next turn. Looks like we're done searching through the deck, so the deck's going to be shuffled up by the opponent there. Your opponent is allowed to cut or shuffle your deck. Water Energy gets attached to the Giratina, and we're going to see its first attack, Abyss Seeking. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put 2 of them in your hand. Put the other cards in the Lost Zone. So see the top 4, keep 2, Lost Zone 2. Looks like play has started over on the left-hand side here, but we are still resolving Abyss Seeking. It must be a good one. Hopefully it's not too chorus to something else, but it looks like Pokegear and Roxanne are going to hit the Lost Zone. Play resumes on the left-hand side, starting things off with a Chorus Experiment. Supporter card lets you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, keep 3 of them, and put 2 in the Lost Zone. So Nest Ball is placed in the Lost Zone as the first choice. I don't think, yeah, another one has not been placed there yet. Like the other 2 were there from last turn. And Basic Lightning Energy is placed in the Lost Zone as well. And now we got the Lost Zone count up to 4. We're looking to hit 7. Flower Selecting, taking a look at the top 2. Lost Zoning that Comfey and keeping the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Hisuian Heavy Ball instantly played down. Hisuian Heavy Ball lets you take a look at your prizes and swap it with any basic Pokemon you find there. Looks like no basic Pokemon were there, but the player was able to see what exactly was prized and update their notepad there. So a very good card in this format we have with Hisuian Heavy Ball. Now we're going to want to see some more switching with a switch cart there in order to bring up the second Comfey to do another Flower Selecting and get more cards in that Lost Zone. Take a look at the top 2. Lost Zone another Comfey, I believe, and I didn't see the card that was kept. Manually retreating that Comfey into that Dragonite. Uh-oh, are we going to see it? Some Mirage Gate. Looks like Forest Seal Stone. V-Star power is used to search the deck for any one card. Find that missing combo piece, and it looks like that Lost Vacuum is getting eyed up. Let's see what it is. Lost Vacuum. Item card. Lets you Lost Zone a Stadium or Tool card in play, as long as you Lost Zone another card in your hand. So the useless Forest Seal Stone now is sent to the Lost Zone in order to bring that count up to 7, so that way Mirage Gate can be played. Mirage Gate's an item that, if there's 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, lets you search your deck for 2 basic energy of different types and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Water and Electric is found attached to that Dragonite V, and Dragonite V swings for 250, putting 20 damage on all of the trainer's bench Pokemon here on the left, but a small price to pay for a KO on the lone Giratina V. on the right hand side. Ouch. Play resumes on the Giratina side. Card is drawn at the beginning of the turn like always. Comfey, active Comfey, is going to use flower selecting to take a look at the top two. Lost zone that nest ball and keep the other card. That was probably more important. Now the second Giratina V comes down. Alright, that's a start to rebuilding the board here. We are going to want to see switching cards in order to use more Mirage Gates, use more Comfey's Mirage Gate to take a look at the top two and Lost Zone a Comfey and keep the other card. The promo Comfey, that's the one I got in my pre-release promo for Lost Origin. What pre-release promo did you get in your pre-release kits for Lost Origin? Let me know in the comments below. Or any of your favorite promos you got from pre-releases. Pre-release this Saturday. It's already here. Obsidian Flames. Anyways, back into this game. Two flower selectings were used. The third Comfey's there, so harder to get another Comfey down in order to use a third flower selecting, but still possible. This Giratina deck is a little bit slower at getting things in the Lost Zone than the left turbo Lost build, but Psychic Energy attached to the active, manually retreat, and we are going to spit innocently for 110 damage onto that Dragonite V. Cramorant's ability lets it attack for free as long as there's 4 cards in the Lost Zone. Energy attached to Sableye here on the left, and Course Experiment played, looking at the top 5 and getting rid of, or Lost Zoning 2 cards. Useless Battle VIP Pass, easy mode sent to the Lost Zone. And a escape rope is also sent to the Lost Zone. Keeping the other 3 cards, they must be more important. Oh, look at that. Another League escape rope. So nice. Played item card. When you play it, your opponent promotes a new active Pokemon, and then you do the same. Sableye comes up, so there must be at least 10 cards in the Lost Zone now in order for it to use its Lost Mine attack. When there's 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone, you may place 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like, taking the KO on the Manaphy and spreading some damage on that Giratina V and Cramorant, setting things up for future turns. Play resumes on the Lost Giratina side. Comfey is promoted, and I imagine we are going to see a flower selecting. Unless there's a chorus, you always play Course Experiment first, right? Alright, we are deep in the tank here, thinking of how we can come back in this game at this point. Your opponent has taken 3 prize cards already. Half the game is over on their side of the board, and you still have 6. You have a good amount of damage on your opponent's side of the board already, but you would like to probably have prize cards gone versus damage. Super Rod is played, shuffling back in some Pokemon and basic energy up to 3. Nest Ball is played to find that Manaphy, really valuing the Manaphy's Water Veil ability. I believe that's the name of it. That says your bench Pokemon cannot take attack damage from your opponent's Pokemon. So primarily in this matchup, a defense for that Radiant Greninja, which can do 90 damage twice anywhere on the board, on your opponent's board. 90-90. Looks like a Path to the Peak is put into play, shutting off those rule box Pokemon abilities. Comfey Flower selecting, Lost Zoning that Battle VIP Pass, and keeping another card. Let's see a switch card in hand, so you can switch into that Comfey on the bench and do some more flower selecting. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Flower selecting, taking a look at the top 2. Lost Zoning a Path to the Peak since there's already one in play, and keeping the other card. Looks like we're going to evolve that Giratina V into Giratina V-Star. And we have, 6 cards in the Lost Zone. Attach Psychic to the active, manually retreat into that Cramorant. And Cramorant is going to spit innocently for 110 on this Sableye to take the KO. There we go. Prize trade initiated on the right here. Comfey is promoted on the left. Sableye is benched, and flower selecting activated from that active Pokemon. Taking a look at the top 2, I did not quite see what they were, but looks like a definitely a debate here of what to get rid of. Taking a look at the lost zone to see what's in there, get an inventory and inform your decision better. Getting rid of that Pokestop, keeping the other card. Pokestop's good to counter the path, but maybe not compared to the other card. It looks like Super Rod is being played to shuffle back in 2 basic energy and a Sableye. Looks like there might be some shortcuts happening here with the cards being placed on top of the deck face up. Maybe something like a Nest Ball. No, Nest Ball cannot be played. But maybe a Mirage Gate. Looks either way. Looks like Escape Rope is going to be played. Your opponent promotes a new active Pokemon first, then you do the same. Comfey comes up on the right, Sableye on the left. Mirage Gate, searching the deck for 2 different basic energy, finding a basic Psychic, putting on the active Sableye, and a basic Water, putting on the benched Comfey for future pivot options. Guaranteed future pivot options. Mirage Gate, as long as there were 7 cards in that Lost Zone, which we know they are. Such a powerful card here in these Lost Zone decks. Manually attach for turn Water Energy to that Greninja. The deck needed to be shuffled there, I think, unless it was already. I missed it. And it looks like we're going in with Lost Mine. Lost Mine, Sableye attack, as long as there's 10 cards in the Lost Zone. It can place 12 damage counters any way you like on your opponent's Pokemon. So, maybe gonna take out the Crimorant for sure, and then put the rest of the damage on the Manaphy. Play resumes here on Lost Giratina's side. I really need to leave that camera alone, don't I? Now, just trying to make sure you guys have the perfect eagle eye view here in the professor's lab. Flower selecting is used to lost zone that Giratina and keeping that second card that was drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we are in Mirage Gate territory here on the Giratina's side. However, with being so far behind in the prize trade, a little demoralizing potentially at this point in the game. What would be optimal here is a boss's orders to bring up that Dragonite V on the bench and then taking the KO with Giratina to kind of come back in the prize trade. I think that's the most optimal thing that could happen here to bring this lost Giratina player back into the game, but we'll see what they could piece together on their turn here. Mirage Gate, speaking of, there are 7 cards in the Lost Zone now, so the player can search their deck for 2 basic energy of different types and attach them to their Pokemon in any way they'd like. I imagine we're going to see them go on this Giratina, but for the combo to happen, we are going to need a boss's orders and another energy to attach to the Giratina to power it up, and the switch card. Giratina does have a very nice V-Star Power Attack Star Requiem that costs just 2 energy and can KO whatever's in the active spot, your opponent's active spot, but you need 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone, and we are at 7 on the right hand side here, so we're going to have to attack with that Lost Impact if we're attacking this turn. Lost Impact costing 3 energy cards, unlike Star Requiem, which just costs 2. So, taking a look through the deck here, seeing what exactly they want to do, what exactly they want to have happen here on their turn. Maybe seeing what's prized and what options are available. Finding a Psychic Energy and a Grass Energy and attaching to that Giratina thanks to that Mirage Gate. So yeah, we're going to need Switch Card, Boss's Orders, and Energy Attachment to that Giratina to have a phenomenal comeback turn, potential comeback turn here. There's a Switch Card, Escape Rope. The opponent must promote first, of course. Second flower selecting from that second comfey here. So still not quite there. Lost zoning a Mirage Gate and keeping that other card off of that flower selecting. Ooh, so there's the combo must not be happening here with that attachment to the active comfey. Manually retreating that comfey into Manaphy. Defensive play here for sure. Offering up the sacrificial Manaphy and hope to come back stronger next turn. Oh no, actually playing Switch Cart now to heal off that damage from the Manaphy, promoting the potential sacrificial Comfey here, the full art most beautiful one, and it looks like our lost Giratina player does not see a way to come back. Ooh, that looks blurry. Does not see a path to victory anymore in this game, deciding to save some time and offering the concession here in round 4, making our Lost Zone Box LZB player the champ of this league challenge. Interesting game there, interesting game. Lots of fun here at the league challenge at Die Hard Games during the league time. Um, I remember I had a good time, and hopefully everyone else did. Um, but yeah, what do you all think of this video and the commentary and the tournament, if you were there, or anything else, I guess? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time in the Professor's Lab.